What's going on, everybody? It's the Wednesday edition of the PrizePicks Prop Show here at FTNDaily.com. My name is Zach Graham, aka Kawaisenberg DFS, ready to dive into tonight's 6-game slate of NBA action. Before we get to the tool, I do want to remind you of 3 things. First, if you haven't signed up yet, at PrizePicks, you can use code FTN and get a 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. And of course, you can build similar, if not the exact same plays over on Underdog Fantasy. And you can scan the QR code on the screen right now, or just go to Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code FT, and you're going to get another 100% deposit match bonus up to $100. Again, that is code FTN. And last, but certainly not least, right now, to celebrate the unveiling of our new PrizePicks prop tool, you can use the code FTN Hoops, it's all one word, and that'll get you 35% off your first month of an FTN DFS subscription. FTN Hoops, all one word, 35% off your first month with us. Let's head to the tool. Couple teams on the second end of a back-to-back tonight. Minnesota is one of them, and the Wolves made quick work of my Spurs last night, despite a hot start from my guy Wemby. Now the Wolves have Memphis coming to town, and I think this is just speculation on my part, but I think Karl-Anthony Towns should be considered questionable at best at this point of the morning. After he missed last night's game for personal reasons, reportedly those reasons were the unfortunate passing of one of Towns' friends. So I imagine he will probably still miss tonight. Again, I think he's questionable at best. Regardless of if he's in or not, I still think this is a nice prop to get to. But if Towns, again, is away from the team, Rudy Gobert's rebound prop here on PrizePicks is set at 13.5, going up against a very undersized Memphis team, starting Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 5, who is sometimes rebound averse. So I like slotting in the more selection on Rudy Gobert's more 13.5 rebounds. Now, later on in the evening, we've got the Battle of LA. I believe this is the 3rd time we've seen the Clips and the Lakers square off here this season. And check this out on Anthony Davis. Since he came over in the trade, 5 years ago now from the Pelicans, he's gotten 12 bites at the apple against the Clippers. And in those 12 games, Anthony Davis has exceeded 13 rebounds 0 times. In fact, he's only reached 11 rebounds once in those 12 games. So I think in all of those 12 games, those are, I guess I should say, those are the 12 games that Ivica Zubac also played in on the other side. I think Zubac clearly does a pretty good job of keeping Anthony Davis off the glass. And when the Clips go small, it can drag Anthony Davis out to the 3-point line, further reducing some of those rebound opportunities. So I like slotting in the less selection on 13 boards for Anthony Davis tonight. And of course, I'm going to get that 2-pick play in there on PrizePicks today. But let's use the tool now because we know this tool can give us a nice correlation bonus if we mess around with some of these props. So we'll stick here with the Lakers, and you can see some of the top prop selections that the tool has identified this morning. D'Angelo Russell, more than 17.5 points. LeBron James, less than 24.5 points. We actually talked about a correlation between those two guys and their points props late last week. But what I want to slot in here is D'Angelo Russell, more than 2.5 made threes. We see the FTN data projections have him at 3.3 threes made tonight. So if we slot in the more than for D'Angelo Russell, you can see that gives us a 1% correlation bonus. So we like to see that. And now we'll head back to Minnesota. And again, if I'm projecting Karl-Anthony Towns to sit again tonight, Anthony Edwards' usage rate is going to climb with Towns off the floor this year. It's 35.4%, season average of 32.3. So a notable increase there in the workload you can expect and Edwards to take on tonight. You can see our FTN data model likes a more than selection on the prop of 27.5 points scored for Anthony Edwards. So if we click that into our entries, click that into our entry here. I'm stumbling over my words. That brings us to a 2.4% correlation bonus. So I think this looks like the one. EV of plus 71.4% on this. True odds plus 483. Again, that 2.4% correlation bonus. So Gobert, more than 13.5 rebounds. And Edwards, more than 27.5 points. Anthony Davis, less than 13 rebounds. And D'Angelo Russell, more than 2.5 threes made. That's where I'm going for our correlation play here on Wednesday's slate. And of course, we are back tomorrow with another PrizePicks Prop Show leading up to lock of today's slate. Do not hesitate to reach out to me with questions, comments, or any props that you like and want a second set of eyes on in the Pick'em Games channel, in the FTN Daily Discord, or on Twitter. I guess you can call it X. I still call it Twitter, at Kawhisenberg DFS. Don't hesitate to reach out. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow here on the FTNdaily.com PrizePicks Prop Show.